Now, about a little more of this summer season has passed. 2021 was unexpectedly a great year for anime. Despite the pandemic that took over the world last year and is still taking over the world this year, the quality of the shows released in winter and spring has raised the bars for succeeding shows. There's already a handful of shows being candidates for anime of the year before half the year even passed. Now let's go back to this summer season of anime. It's still a good season. There are many shows with eye-catching premises. In this video, I'm gonna talk about my thoughts on a few of them that I watched. The Detective is already dead. This show is already dead. I'm gonna be honest with you, I dropped the show right after episode 2 and I'm not planning to go back unless something good happens. It's just so boring to me, the whole thing is so underwhelming. The fight scene in episode 1 was good, but that's like the only good thing that came out of this show. Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid S. I'm not that big of a slice of life fan, but this show is one of the only slice of life shows that I really enjoyed. I started season 1 a couple of years ago and I instantly fell in love with the series. Everything from the characters, the settings, the vibe just hit right for me. I really enjoyed season 1 and I was glad that this show is getting a sequel. And this second season does not disappoint. It's also a legendary comeback for Kyoto Animation, which makes it extra special. Mother of Goddess Dormitory. Well, how should I explain myself? The premise of this show is really similar to Miss Caretaker of Tsunohara So, released a couple of years ago, which is a show that I really enjoyed watching. So I decided to give this show a try. So right off the bat, you got some titties in your face in the first episode, and those titties keep coming back. Aside from the edgy element, it's also a good comedy and a wholesome anime. If you didn't watch it for whatever reason, just go watch it. Just give it a try. Remake Our Life. This show hits different for me because I'm at a stage where I have to make decisions about my future. And the protagonist of the show is at a low point of his life because he made a wrong choice. He has the opportunity to relive his life, but we don't. That's why this show really hits home because it's so relatable to me personally. Back to the show, a little different than what I've expected. The harem element is really prominent. Overall, I think it's still a wholesome series. The characters are pretty likable. It has some comedic value to it. I just hope that the works or the film they're producing, because they are in an art school, can be shown a little more. The Case Study of Vanitas. I have one word for this anime. Solid. We got Studio Bones on board, so visually it's already winning. The VAs are very notable and their performance was spectacular. Musically, you got the legendary Yuki Kajiura, who's written music for Fate and Karano Kyokai. Speaking of which, I've also made videos on these two shows, which you may want to check out. This show just hits the mark in every aspect and I don't have any complaints. At some point, it feels like Fate combined with The Promised Neverland. Episode 5 was awesome. I look forward to learning more about the backstories of the characters. Very solid show overall. To Your Eternity. I just made a whole video complaining how the quality is dropping for the show, but this show is good aside from the complaints I had in the previous video. The characters introduced are unique and well written. The development of the protagonist was well done. The author is good at handling emotions. I had complaints, but I enjoyed this show and I look forward to the finale. Thank you all of you for watching. Leave a thumbs up if you enjoyed the video. Subscribe, ring the bell so you get notified. Share it with your friends and family. And I'll see you guys next time.